Hello and welcome to Cloud Tech Talks. This is Pritesh. I'm back with another video. I'm going to do a series of videos related to AI concepts, starting from fundamentals all the way up to different use cases for different roles, functions, and lines of work, etc. Today's video is about the concept of AI, LLM, basic concepts, what each concept means and what does exactly mean to you, right? So let's get started with the video. So in this video, we're going to talk about what is AI. We'll also touch upon some of these buzzwords, LLM, SLM, and many other buzzwords in the space of AI. We'll also talk about why should you care as an individual when it comes to AI, right? And I'll touch on some of the things that you may or may not be using on a day-to-day basis, which AI can help you with. And at the same time also help bust a bit of myths related to AI as well. So I'll talk about what AI is not and commonly perceived to be. So let's start with the fundamental question about artificial intelligence itself, right? So if I was to explain this to a layman who's just started off and doesn't really know anything about AI or doesn't have any technical knowledge or background at all, I would simply say AI is like a smart office assistant. It learns by looking at different levels of parameters that it has been loaded with. Think of it as a assistant who has read all the books in a huge library, right? Now that person has the ability to stitch everything together when some question is asked. Likewise, what happens in this case is you give it a task and it gives you a suggestion. It doesn't really have the ability to think or feel like you as a person do, although we do feel sometimes when we are chatting with AI, it feels like it is responding like it has a mind of its own. Trust me, it doesn't. It's more like mathematics in the background, and it's simply connecting the dots when it comes to few words being written here and there, and it's sort of collating everything and making sense out of it in the background using all the knowledge that it has in its database essentially. What it's great at remembering patterns. So because there could be a string of words that you say, and those string of words could mean different things to in different contexts. So for example, you can say, I'm going to buy an apple, right? This means you're going to buy apple the fruit. In the second statement you would say, okay, I'm going to buy an Apple iPhone. Now if you don't put the iPhone in that statement, then more or less the first and the second statement means the same thing, right? So that's how it knows based on whatever strings of text you give. It essentially splits all of the text in different parts, and those help AI predict what's the best suggestion to give you when you ask for something. Then comes the fact that you are always the boss. You are always in control, and you decide whether to keep or not to keep any suggestions given by AI. And at the same time, what you tell it dramatically changes with context, right? So we'll talk about some of these things conceptually when we talk about in the next videos, where prompting really helps give you the best outcomes as a result of just basic techniques that you can apply, right? So we'll talk about some of those things as well. What is an LLM, right? A LLM is essentially a large language model, which in a layman's language I could say, think of it as a supercomputer or a super smart autocomplete machine. So when you essentially say type on Google a few string of words, notice how it auto completes the rest of the sentence. Essentially it's like that, right? So you are relying on the model to give you like the next predicted response based on the string of words that you've already written. Now you type a question, it helps predict a good answer, and likewise it doesn't really think in this sense as well. So if you are constantly having conversation with AI thinking that it is going to come up with its own ideas or things like that, unless you tell it something, unless you tell it to come up with something very specific, it will not do it by itself, right? And that's the difference between how a human mind thinks and how artificial intelligence is trained to respond to you. In this context, I would say it is important that you learn AI. It is important that everyone regardless of profession should invest their time in learning at least the basic concepts of AI, because we are going to enter into a world where every job is going to demand how to utilize AI and make things get done faster. So let me touch upon some of those things. So one is AI is helping people getting things done faster. What used to take you hours can now be done in minutes or even seconds, right? Emails, slides, different kind of content for social media, documents, legal review and finance documents, etc. All of this can be done with the help of AI in a matter of fraction of seconds, because it has the ability to crawl through so much data in a matter of few milliseconds that the human mind cannot simply match up to that pace. Second is it's also being used for a lot of research analysis. So you would have read reports that many of these AI models are far better already. I would say 99% there in terms of being equivalent to a PhD holder as well. So all of this is just a match as far as super intelligence is concerned, when it comes to some of these basic tasks that human did and took so many hours and sometimes even weeks to complete. What should you do as an individual, right? Why should you care, and what should you do in your profession when you talk about AI? One is you should spend less time on repetitive and monotonous tasks and just let AI handle all of this stuff. Now you be careful about what you upload into AI, because until now there is no rule or script which says that your data is going to remain safe regardless of whatever model you're using. So I would say be careful with what you upload and what you share with any of these AI models. But at the same time, I would say anything that is repetitive in nature, monotonous in nature, just let AI handle it, right? This will help you be more creative and focus on the productive things, right? So if you're in a profession which allows you to go out and talk to people, like you're in a sales profession or marketing, etc., focus on the things which really going to add value as far as your core job function is concerned, right? Focus on building something, focus on developing something. If you are a technical person, try and develop something, play with it. At the same time, focus all of your energy on learning some new concepts. What are the different use cases that you can use AI for on a day-to-day, everyday work, right? One is drafting and replying to emails. I'll give you a very simple example. Whenever we attend meetings, all I do is I take a rough transcript of everything that we have spoken of, and that rough transcript is simply copied and pasted in any of these LLM chats, and I say summarize this conversation for me and give me action points to be written to XYZ recipient in the email. Effectively, what I've done is I've saved so much time not scribbling on a notepad and trying to remember what was spoken about, and not missed any point, summarized the whole meeting accurately, and developed a workflow where all of my meeting minutes and meeting notes right after my meeting go directly to the recipients in my specified format, right? So I already follow a format that helps me communicate with customers all the time. Second is creating presentations, right? So initial days we used to work hours and hours on trying to define designs and different kinds of transitions and elements of a presentations and what to put and what not to put. Even if you have a blank canvas, you can simply ask AI to you give an idea and ask AI to come up with ideas for a few slides, right? And the content itself on what the structure, the flow needs to be, the idea can start with you, but AI can complete it very well, right? So what to put in every slide, you give it specific instructions on how much text, what images, what transitions, etc. And trust me, there are tools out there which will help you go deeper into creating beautiful mind-blowing presentations. We'll have dedicated sessions about this as well. Then comes the boring part of summarizing long form content. So here read large articles, blogs, and many of the ebooks and documentation which typically you spend so much time trying to read and find out more about. In this case, you can simply ask AI to summarize a specific document, give it a gist, or give you a summary of what the article or the ebook is about, and it can help you like save so many hours, right? If you just do this as a practice on a regular basis, and also keep you up to speed with whatever is going on in your profession, and in if you're reading the news, then even that, right? Rewriting messy notes to clear text. Now, I spoke about this and how we do it in meeting minutes, but this could be any form of text which you've exchanged in a string of emails, or so many conversations back and forth, and you just want to make sure that there is no messy note. You just compile everything, ask it to arrange everything in a very clear, precise manner. It will do that right away. Then comes the interesting part, where you ask AI to generate ideas for you, right? So if the moment you give it context, and we'll talk about how context engineering works for AI, the model has the capability to come back with different kinds of ideas, and those ideas can essentially define what you want to do with a specific project, right? Say it's any kind of research, any kind of idea for business, any kind of initiative for automation, or anything that you want to do even with your role. Give it a problem and ask it to come up with an idea or string of ideas to solve it, right? And it will actually do that. Sometimes what happens is, we as humans, we just go blank and we don't know where to start, because our mind is essentially occupied with so many other things, and that is the moment where you can leverage something like AI to generate ideas for yourself. There is much more to this. You can you would have heard of so many companies and so many tools which help you create beautiful looking websites, applications, writing code, many other things that you can do with AI, right? So today's context was more about letting you know what you can do on a day-to-day, but we'll definitely go deeper into every subject in the later videos. Busting some of the myths on what AI is not. So one is, it does not understand things like a human, right? So when you are talking to AI, you will always feel that it has a mind of its own and it's responding based on some intelligence, but trust me, it's just mathematics in the background. There is a string of words which are just connected to a huge base of other words that the model already knows, and it's responding based on that and predicting what the text should be. It does not understand things like human. It doesn't have feelings like humans do as well. So this is something that you should always keep in mind. Second is, it does not even know how to differentiate between right and wrong. Right now we are facing this crisis of how to defend ourselves against AI, because hackers and attackers are also using AI to infiltrate into systems and making AI hallucinate in many ways, right? I myself am part of a company called Threadripper, and we engage into AI security and compliance, and this is exactly what we do, right? How to protect companies from the modern day AI threat vectors, right? So effectively, you need to know that AI doesn't really understand the meaning of right or wrong. It will just give you responses based on what the model is trained to do, and sometimes it's right and sometimes it's wrong, and it will just carry on like that until you develop a very robust trained model of your own. The most important thing is that it can make mistakes, so don't rely 100% on what AI is telling you, and go with your belief and your understanding of what you want the project to look like, and what your core belief and core system for a specific project is. With that, I'll give you a snippet of what is coming next on the series of videos. So we're going to keep things very simple and practical. We're going to talk about how to ask AI the right way. So here we'll talk about prompts and context, and how to make AI work very efficiently for you. We'll focus on some of the real work use cases, so AI for HR, AI for sales, AI for finance, and many other functional roles, and what kind of use cases each and every person can best avail from an AI standpoint. What are the free tools and paid tools that you can try to leverage for each function, each role, etc. Then we'll talk about the fact that you don't really need any technical skills. Even if you are just starting off, you can use some tools to create a beautiful looking website or an application, as long as you have an idea to back it up, and it's something that someone wants to invest in. So these are some of the things that I'm thinking of recording. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover some of the other subjects and other ideas. Hope you liked this video. If you've liked it, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, this is Pritesh signing off from Cloud Tech Talks. Thank you.